And we're live. If we're not live or if the video is choppy afterwards, that is the fault of the university network, as it has been pretty iffy today. So, welcome back. This is for November the 15th. So, we've been learning guitar / stringed instruments recently, all the way through the month of October and September. And we've been doing that through Andy Guitar on YouTube and a couple other sites like Ultimate Tabs and such. However, like I promised, eventually I was going to throw a little curveball in here. So I have some experience in guitar, aka grade 9 guitar course. Other than that, I don't really have anything in guitar, and it's kind of evident sometimes when I'm using it. But there's a similar related instrument to guitar called the ukulele. Primarily, I think it originated from Hawaii, but I'm not sure. That might not be correct. Please do not quote me on that. However, I do know it's prominent in Hawaii. Similar instrument, doesn't have metal strings. Instead, it has nylon. It gives it almost a Latin guitar sound instead of that just general classic guitar type sound. So, I have one of them. However, I don't have any experience in ukulele other than just playing at home. So, what I know on this and what I've prepared for you today is literally just a continuation of what we've been trying to prove this semester, is that you can learn everything online nowadays. You don't need a professional class or a proper class of a sort. So, this is my transition from guitar to ukulele. As I've called the post, sometimes you could just need a break. And I just needed a break. For me, I prefer ukulele because I have smaller hands and it's just easier for me to use the fretboard on the ukulele. So like I said, this is my personal one. It's about $100. It's the Macala kind of brand. It's from the general brand of Kala ukuleles. This is just their cheaper version, but it's still wood. It still has an excellent sound. However, some of you might have been scarred in the past by those $20 ukuleles. You can get that are made of plastic or chipwood or something, and they are just painful to the ears. This is a bit better than that, partially because of the wood, also because it's the tenor ukulele. So the ukulele comes in 4 main sizes, sometimes 5 now. The 5th one is the new one. It's called the Sopranissimo. It's the super, super small one. And like it just hurts for my ears when I look at it, and I don't even need to hear it. But the one you see a lot, especially in the cheaper ones, is a soprano one. It's a bit of a smaller one. It's the little one that they play here. That one, I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked recently, but I'm pretty sure it's the 121 Pilots did for Can't Help Falling in Love. Then there's the concert one. It's the general upgrade from the soprano one. It generally adds some pickups, has a bit of a bigger body to it, so this part here, and that just makes it resonate a bit better than the soprano one. So you see a lot of them, but kind of the most common is soprano / concert. They're not too far off from each other. The one I have here is a tenor. It's a bit bigger. It's not quite a small guitar yet, but it has a much deeper tone. Same notes, but deeper tone. And I prefer that tone compared to the higher pitched soprano ones. So this has a nice classical guitar / deeper ukulele sound that I personally find pleasant. And then the last one, there's a baritone uke. That one is essentially a mini guitar. It's about the size of a youth guitar, and it has the 4 strings, and I think it's just the top 4 strings off of a guitar, actually, but it still has the nylon strings that these have, which give off a much different sound than the metal strings, so it still is different, but that's a little crash course on ukuleles. In terms of their tuning, it's kind of fun. It's my dog has fleas. For some reason, I like to say my cat has fleas, but it's my dog has fleas. So you go, my dog has fleas, dum 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 dum. However, if you don't want to do it that way, a more classical way to think about it, the second, third, and then first string should make a triad. So bum bum bum, and then the second string and the last string should be a sixth, major sixth interval, which is my Bonnie. So my Bonnie lies over the ocean. And of course, there's the other little intervals there, like dum 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 ba dum dum dum, and oh when the saints, oh when the saints, oh when the saints come marching in. So you can use intervals to tune it. The intervals on the uke I find are a lot easier to figure out than the guitar ones, just because they make sense to me. It's a triad and then a sixth. But there's also just the fun part. My cat has fleas. The first note, yeah, the first note is a G. The second note is a C. The third note is an E, and the last note is an A. So it is technically tuned in a C formation of some sort. If I play the first three, that's just a C major. So, on to the more fun stuff then. I'll show you a couple of small songs, as we did 4-chord songs a couple weeks ago, and you can do that on here too. And I'm pretty sure it's actually similar chords. So it's C, and that can give you many different songs. I forgot to mention, you could play this with a pick if you wanted. However, I prefer my finger. Gives a little bit of a mellower sound. So in terms of 4-chord songs, you can do the Axis of Awesome compilation one. So forever young, I wanna be forever young. I won't hesitate no more, no more. This cannot be, I'm sure. This is the way you left me. I'm not pretending. No happy ending. 'Cause you were amazing, and we did amazing things. If I were and I could ever see anything, and can you feel the love tonight? And I wish you do, and I didn't pictures of you, and pictures of me, and above the wall for the world to see. 'Cause I can't hear with or without you. And of course, there's the classics, like when you double time it, you can get all sorts of fun ones, like the Beatles. When I find myself in trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a fortune. And on and on and on and on. With those 4 chords, you can go on and play everything, and they're easier to play on ukulele, and they sound a bit more fun, yet they're still a mature sound. So that's again why I love the ukulele. So that's 4-chord songs, but then there's, you could say, the more classical songs. And again, I learned all of these off of Ultimate Guitar Tabs. Works for you because they have some ukulele ones. However, there's also Ultimate Ukulele Tabs. That's the one I learned them from. And like I said earlier in the semester, how I was stressing the use of chord symbols. It's because they're pretty universal. So you can get ukulele chord symbols, and they make more sense to me than tabs on ukulele because it's the it's this. It's literally just a picture of this with dots where you put your fingers. So really easy to read. They give you the lyrics on those sites. So yeah. So from there, I learned some classic ones like, Tiny Tim. Tiptoe through the window by the garden. Oh, tiptoe through the tulips with me. And yeah, there's also the classic one from the Hawaiian artist. Can't remember his name right now, but he plays a combination of What a Wonderful World and Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and you can do it right here. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Yeah. Okay, here. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dream that he dreamt of once in a lullaby. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Oh, where trouble melts like lemon drops. That's high above the chimney tops. That's where you find me. Oh, well, I see trees of green. Of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And so yeah, there's that one. I'm not gonna play through all of these in full because they take a long time. They're like 5 to 8 minute songs. But so those are kind of the two biggest hit ones. And then a more modern one that came out is the 21 Pilots did it was never released properly on iTunes or anything. It was a local, I think, Australian one, but they did Can't Help Falling in Love, and it is awesome on ukulele and pretty darn easy. So here we go. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I say, would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the... Yeah, that's a bit too high for me right now. I'm sick right now. Normally I can hit those notes though. I am a tenor in choir, but that is going to be my kind of summary for this. So this wasn't as structured as previous weeks, and it was just because I wanted it to be an off week. Sometimes it's just fun to throw things around and change things up, and this time I brought up my ukulele, and here we go. So this is actually my instrument. The other one's the guitar's been my mom's, so there's also that. But yeah, this is just kind of an off week. I wanted to introduce you to ukulele. I already knew it, so that's why I wanted to learn a bit of guitar, but I'm more realizing that my hands are much better fit for this. I can get proper chords a bit better, and I just prefer the sound of it. So, but it's to each their own, and I hope you find what you prefer. So this is the ukulele. Those are a couple of my highlight songs that I've taught myself through ukuleletabs.com, ultimateguitartabs.com, and You might have noticed today that it was not necessarily perfect chords. That's because I couldn't have the broadcast open with the tabs pages, so I just had the lyrics on the side. So if I'm mixing up chords, that's why. But I hope you guys try it out sometime. The nice part about ukulele is you can get a cheap one. You can't get a guitar for too cheap, but you can get a ukulele ranging from this, which is $100, decent, and has a pickup and everything. They go up all the way to 800 and higher, just like guitar. But then you can actually get a ukulele for $20 to $50, and like under 50 is not necessarily great, but like the $50 range, you might need to tune them every 10 minutes or so. But it's a ukulele. It sounds okay, and it's easy to learn, and again, not too expensive. So I'd highly recommend trying out one if a guitar is a bit out of your range. And yeah, that's the learning project today. I think this is my second last week, so I'll do one more guitar post, and then it'll be my final summary post. So I look forward to seeing that. If I'm wrong, I guess we'll go straight into my summary post, but we'll find out. I hope you all have a good week, and we're coming up to the end of the semester here, so good luck to everyone. I'll keep you all my thoughts. Have a wonderful night.